Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Sailor Solitaire and I post monthly tarot readings for each of the 12 signs. They are general readings, so be sure to watch your other signs, sun, rising, moon, etc. to get a more complete picture of what's going on for you in this month of April. It is a new year, a new astrological year. Aries marks the beginning of the zodiac. So, Happy New Year to you astro lovers. A very exciting time. April is filled with a bunch of stuff. We have in the middle of the month a full moon in Libra, and we have towards the end of the month a new moon in Taurus. We also have Venus still retrograde, moving at the beginning of the month into the sign of Pisces. And we have also Jupiter in Libra, and we have a few other planets retrograde. We have Pluto, Saturn, and Mercury retrograde. Anyways, I don't want to get too into that. This is mainly a tarot reading. And on that note, I do have an announcement. I will still be doing free readings, so if you still don't resonate with these readings, or you feel like you want to get more in depth and you have something specific that you want to know, you can send me an email, solitairethesailor@gmail.com, and I'll send you a recorded video of your personal reading. They are still 100% free, but I've noticed that I have a lot of readings to do, and I do have a day job. So I come home and I do the readings, and I really want to get in depth, and I get really into the readings, but then I realize, when the reading's done, that I was talking for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, and I look at the clock and it's like 4 a.m. in the morning. So I will be now charging for readings longer than 5 to 10 minutes. For 20-minute readings, I'll be charging $25. For 30-minute readings, $30. And for an hour-long reading, I'll be charging $50. That is Canadian dollars, so it's not that much money unless you're Canadian. Hey Scorpios, welcome to your April 2017 general reading. I hope you guys are well. Thank you for joining me. I do feel like this month you are going to be wondering if you are really doing things just out of habit, or if you really enjoy the things that you're doing. So there's going to be a focus on whether or not you are living a fulfilling and satisfying life, whether or not you are satisfied, or if you're just going through the motions, and if you're just doing things out of habit. I'm also warning you or reminding you that it's better to take care of any problems when they're small, when they're little, kind of nip them in the bud, rather than waiting for them to get any bigger, waiting for them to blow up. Because I do feel like at the end of the month, you're going to be reaching out to somebody, you're going to be finding yourself seeking the comfort of somebody, seeking, leaning on somebody, relying on somebody for something. So you want to address any little issues, before they get blown out of proportion. So tie up loose ends, if you feel like you may have said something wrong to somebody, or something could have, consider your actions and if they could have been misinterpreted, I guess, in some way to some people, because you might feel the need at the end of the month to reach out to somebody, and you don't want anything, even just a misunderstanding, you don't want anything in that getting in your way. Okay, so let's get started. So the first card, the heart of the matter, is this Four of Pentacles. Okay. So this Four of Pentacles has to do with earth energy. So all things physical, on the physical plane, material things, material comforts, finances, and the home life, the house and home. Here in this card you can see Four Pentacles, and they're trying to move in either direction, up, down, side to side, but they're being constrained, they're being held in place, or within a place, within a space, by like a rope of some sort. They're being held in place, restrained. So I feel like there's some sort of cap, there's some sort of limit on your finances or on your career. There's something almost like, a ceiling. There's something that is preventing you from going any further. And I feel like this is sort of holding that energy in there, but I feel like there's this energy that's just wanting to come out, and holding back energy is just building up the pressure. And I feel like the pressure is almost to a point where you're going to just do something to break free and to really take care of your home or your finances, your material possessions. You're going to just say enough is enough, and you're going to destroy whatever barrier is holding you back, and you're finally just going to go after. Maybe you've been holding back on like a promotion, or you've been holding back on finding another job, or you've been holding back on buying a certain item or investing in a certain thing because something has been restraining you, holding you back. Maybe it's just a change in career, in a career venture, or in a direction with a business, something like that. Something with your finances and with your career is something's been holding you back. Maybe you've been holding yourself back, but I feel like now is the time for you to finally just feel that urge and have all that pressure just build up and pop off, and you are just going to, whether good or bad, all that energy is going to be released somehow. You're going to act on your impulse. You're going, not an impulse, but you're going to act on that long built up desire to break free from the norm and to do something for yourself. In the recent past, we have the Moon. Okay. So this card is associated with Pisces or even a Cancer in some decks, but I feel like this has to do with you and your thoughts, your emotions. So I feel like recently you've been up late at night, you've been thinking about things, you maybe haven't been able to get a good night's sleep because your thoughts and your hopes and fears, your emotions, your goals, your aspirations are just swirling around in your head, and you haven't really been able to quiet them. And I feel like they've been echoing, and they've been getting louder at night. It's almost like you're in this forest, and all your thoughts and all the what ifs, hypotheticals, your goals, dreams, aspirations are all like calling out to you. They're all like creatures of the night, and they're all just getting your attention, and you don't know how to really address them because they're clouded in the darkness of the night, and you're almost confused about, and almost scared, even intimidated by all these different things that you hear. And I feel like you almost want to, or you have been feeling like you can't really face any of your thoughts, your fears, even your dreams. I feel like you're kind of scared away a little bit by them, and you're really kind of dealing with a lot of things that you're not really speaking out loud. You're mostly dealing with them in your own world, like hidden from plain view. They're in your emotional world, in kind of tucked down way under there, way deep inside of you, and it has to do with things that you can't, even if you wanted to, you can't really express because you haven't really figured it all out in your head. And I feel like that's why it's all just like jumbled up inside. And I feel like that is, you're recognizing the urge to, you know, do something, to break free, to kind of cut the reins on you, whatever is restricting you, whatever is capping you, limiting you. You feel like you want to just, you know, get rid of it. And I feel like, you know, that might be why something is holding you back. You feel like you can't really figure out what it is, but something is restraining you. Something's holding you back from really moving in the direction that you want, and really putting your best foot forward. Something is just so much energy, to like all this tension, and you're finally going to break free from that tension. Like you have the Pentacles, they just want to be free, they want to escape. So something for you to think about and meditate on is the Sun of Swords. Okay, yeah, so this definitely has to do with this card, with, you know, your thoughts. You're like in this dark forest, right? And then, you know, it's funny because the owl is a creature of the night. I think he's nocturnal. So, you know, go out there and just swoop down, face your fears, face your real dreams, aspirations, your goals. Face them. You have the sword, you have the power, you have the mental agility, and you have the intellect, you have the education. Even the Son of Swords is very well educated, and you have all that under your belt. So you don't need to, you know, I feel like with this card in the recent past, you have been feeling like you're defenseless and you're kind of a victim, and you only have to hide from your problems in the middle of the night, and you're kind of waiting for the daylight to come. You're waiting for the sun to rise before you do anything, before you make any movements. But this card is telling you that you have the power right now to face your fears and to make whatever you want happen. You know, you thrive in this kind of uncertainty, in this kind of in this environment, this wishy, this kind of hidden realm of possibility. You can thrive in that. And the Sun of Swords, this is reminding you of your energy. This is an air energy. So Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But this is definitely just a card, I think, for me, that is telling you that you can go out there and you are a contender. You don't have to hide. You don't have to wait for the night to pass. You don't have to wait for the sun to rise. You can just move right now. The time for you is now. You have everything that you need. You have yourself, you have your brain, and you have your abilities. You have the strength, you have the courage, you have the direction to go and go after what you want and to face your fears. Look, he's got the sword in hand. You got it. You can face. You're not defenseless. You know, sometimes you don't need to have necessarily all the little details of the plan mapped out in your head. You can act now. Of course, you want to be careful of, you know, doing something that you might regret, but I feel like you have been kind of exploring your options in your head already, so you don't have to keep going over. You don't have to, you know, go over it to a point, because I feel like at this point you are just going over the same things over and over. You're just kind of running away or hiding. I'm getting hiding from your problems and from what you're afraid of, and you really just need to take action. Just pick up that sword and go right there. You don't have to wait for anything. You don't have to wait for the perfect opportunity. You don't have to wait for all things to align. Just go and do it. Go after it. And the outcome is this 10 of Swords in reverse. nice. So you can see there's a bull here with all sorts of swords pierced inside of him, pierced. So it is in the reverse position, which to me means that you may have had the tendency to sort of feel like you know, you've been a victim of some sort. You feel like, you know, this is almost like things are out of your control, and, you know, the way your life is now is because of external influences, not because of yourself. And I feel like you need to take responsibility. You need to own up to your role in your own life. You know, take charge. Just pick up that sword. I mean, this card, you know, it doesn't look like a good card. There's all these swords, and I feel like that is what you are afraid of. You're afraid of, you know, going in there with, you know, with the tools that you have. You're coming and you feel like you're kind of, you know, bringing a knife to a gunfight. You feel like you're not prepared for what you are trying to get into, what you're trying to go after. You're not prepared for it. But I do feel like, you know, you can feel that energy building up, and you know that the time is getting closer for you to just break free and do something, you know, because you do have the Four of Pentacles restraining you. So something is holding you back. And, you know, you might feel like that's an outside influence. You might feel like there's something kind of outside of your control that's keeping you down, that's limiting you from advancing, from moving forward. But this card is telling you that, you know, you only have to be stronger than the thing that is holding you back. So you can, you know, I guess, lay down and accept your fate like this, or you can, you know, get up and be stronger than what they expect you to be. And this is a card of action. You know, this is a bull, and bulls are known for kind of just plodding about. They're slow, they're stubborn creatures, and, you know, they like to stay where they are. They want to just take their sweet time. And I feel like this is warning you that if you stay where you are and you continue, or if you have been feeling, you know, lazy, or just like you've been waiting for those perfect situations, that perfect timing, you've been waiting and waiting, and, you know, you're kind of just hiding out, waiting for the sun to rise, waiting for the night to pass, you're going to miss your opportunity. And you need to be, you know, more like this owl, more like this creature of the night who has wings and who just swoops in, who has, you know, the right perspective of things. You know, I feel like you kind of lost your perspective, and you're letting things that, you're letting things that would normally set someone back, you're letting that kind of keep you in place forever. And I feel like you need to transform, you need to pick up a sword instead of, you know, just being passive in your fight. And you need to take action. This is a card of action. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of energy that's being built up, and yeah, so we have as your crowning card the Hermit. So I mean, this card again is a tortoise, known for being slow and steady. And I do feel like some of you Scorpios may feel like, you know, you're used to a certain way of doing things. You're used to just being slow and steady, knowing all the factors, all the variables before you move. But I feel like you need to take action. Now is the time for you to make movements. Don't keep still. Don't Don't fight the changes. Don't resist it. Don't hide out in the middle of the night, you know, waiting for light. Just take advantage of what you have, and you have a lot. You have a lot of abilities. You have a talent. And again, the Son of Swords is well educated. I feel like you've already done your research and your homework, and now is the time to just take action. Pick up a sword. I know, I think in March, the whole message for you guys was to drop your swords and to look on the bright side. But I feel like that time has passed, and now it's time for you to stop. Swoop in there, go after it, take action. I mean, don't literally pick up a sword, but go into yourself. Don't be afraid to look into yourself, address those problems that are within you, those fears, and have an honest look about what you want and all those things that you keep hidden from everybody else. Just conquer it, get over it, take action. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to check out your other signs, sun, moon, rising, to get a more complete picture of what's going on in this month. And don't forget to watch your love readings, which I'll be posting soon, to know what's going on in your love life. Send me an email if you have anything in particular, anything specific that you want to know, solitairethesailor@gmail.com. Again, my readings are still free for videos about 5 to 10 to 15 minutes long. For anything longer, $25 for 20 minutes, $30 for 30 minutes, and $50 for 1 hour, and those prices are in Canadian dollars. So again, thank you so much. I do appreciate all your support, all your feedback, all your thumbs up and likes and comments, and thank you so much for watching me. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much.